Hello YouTube. I'd like to make a video about this watch that I bought recently from a online retailer. It's a Hamilton 38 millimeter khaki field. Now the online retailer I bought it from is not an authorized Hamilton dealership. It's basically a gray market type situation. And I have to be honest, when I got the watch, I mean, it was shipped in a timely manner, and it arrived well packaged. But if you're the kind of person that really wants that extra something when you're purchasing a watch, in the $500 range, I mean, let me put it this way: the watch came in a plastic baggie, and the plastic baggie was basically stuffed into this box, this Hamilton box, and nothing fancy. So, and this particular retailer does offer a 2-year warranty through them. So, my initial reaction and my initial feelings about the watch weren't very positive. The crystal, the original crystal, this is not the original crystal. The original crystal was sapphire, but it was not AR coated. I did pick up an aftermarket crystal from crystaltimes.com. It is AR coated, and I notice a huge difference in readability. Not much reflection to speak of compared to the original crystal. The watch came with the typical brown leather band. I'm not a big fan of leather bands, so I purchased a pretty heavy mesh type bracelet. You can see the thickness of it. I had considered getting a Stabe made in Germany, but this was less than half the price of that. Probably like this was a quarter of the price. This cost me $42 and change. This particular bracelet, and it's very nice quality, well made. I believe it comes from the UK. The only thing I had to do, the only size that they had available was large, so this extended about another, I would say, half an inch at least. So I did take my Dremel and I cut that off because it was very uncomfortable for me. And then I just basically, with my Dremel, I just sanded it down so that all the edges are now smooth. And with the updates, with everything that I've done to the watch, I'm much more satisfied with the watch now. To get to the point, I'm liking it more every day I wear it. I'm more of a dive watch kind of person, so I think the smaller size, along with the design of the dial, which is very much minimalist in style, and I am a minimalist, but this is very, very much a military inspired design. So if it's not for you, it's not for you, and that's what I thought originally. But now I'm kind of warming up to it, and if you hold on for just 1 second, I'll put it on, and you can see it on the wrist. Hold on 1 second. Fits very well on my wrist. I have a 6 3/4 inch wrist, so I'm not a big guy. I'm 5'9", 160 pounds. So I like the size. It's very readable now, like I said, with the new AR crystal, which I swapped out myself. It was very easy. I have all of the proper tools, and this is the third crystal that I've actually swapped out, and I've never had a problem. You just need to be careful, and like I said, I think the biggest thing is having the right tools, having a press. Yeah, so I'm really beginning to like it a lot more than I did originally, and it keeps great time. This is got a 2824-2 movement, which Hamilton has modified to get the 80-hour power reserve out of it. It's their H movement. You know, I mean, I'd rather have just the basic 2824-2 with 40-hour power reserve, but I cannot complain. This watch has kept great time. I'm talking like plus or minus 1 second a day. So I think that's really great. Yeah, so all in all, I'm liking it much more. Want to give a shout out to the Urban Gentry channel and TGV. He actually has a video where he reviews this watch, and I caught a glimpse of it, that particular video, right after I had bought this watch, and I kind of zipped off a rather sarcastic email regarding this model, and you know, I was just really depressed at the time, and no offense to you, TGV, if you're out there looking at this video, because I have a great deal of respect for you, and I love your channel, and I will always continue to watch it. Just had a bit of buyer's remorse the first few weeks, and then it was waiting for all of the updates to come in, the upgrades, and getting them properly, you know, applied and set to my liking. Like I said, this band was so long that it was sticking into this side of my wrist, and it was really causing some discomfort. But now that I've cut it, you know, cut it shorter and sanded it down, and it's really comfortable, and it's made such a difference. The only thing left that I would like to get for this particular watch, and I took a shot for $15. I went on eBay and I took a shot. These watches, and I don't know, it seems like a trend these days. Every watch manufacturer wants to give you a see-through case back so you can see the movement. And I'm not a big fan of see-through case backs. Unless the movement is elaborately, you know, decorated, I'd rather not see the movement. I like a solid case back. I much prefer a solid case back with a nice laser etched design, or, you know, even if it's just basic and plain. So what I did was I went on eBay, and I knew the outside diameter. I could measure the outside diameter of the case back. So I took a shot on this. Came in this is a case back, and it came in this neat little plastic tub. And inside the plastic tub, you get a little plastic envelope. And basically, it's a sort of a mill sub bubble back case back. Now, like I said, the outside diameter, I'm going to try and get it in the light so you can get a decent look at it. The outside diameter is fine, but the diameter of the threads was off by 1 millimeter. So I could not use it. But, you know, for $15, I took a shot. It may wind up back on eBay, and I may just sell it. You know, and it's just got the plain Rolex type, you know, unfinished case back. It's shiny. It's you know, it's got a polished finish. If I had used it and kept it, I probably would have just polished, you know, not sanded it. What I use to get a satin finish, and I find it works really well, are Scotch-Brite pads. They seem to have just the right grit, if you will, to put a really nice, even finish, brushed finish on stainless steel. So I probably would have just passed that. You don't have to go very hard, and you don't have to go, you know, crazy on it. You just rub gently in one direction over the whole, you know, area that you want to put a satin finish on, and it'll do that. And it's very similar to a lot of the satin finishes you see, you know, from the factory. Not exactly, but it does a good job. I've used them for a long time. So that's my review. So like I said, initially, little buyer's remorse. But since then, you know, with the upgrades and you know, getting them squared away, I'm very happy with the watch, and I'm liking it more and more every day. So thanks for watching. If you like the video, you can always subscribe. And TGV, if you're out there, I want to thank you for all of your sound and wise advice regarding horology, and we'll see you all soon. Thank you.